A man in Loveland reached out to the problem solvers with an interesting question. He took part in one of the clinical trials for the AstraZeneca vaccine with UC Health. It's not yet approved by the FDA, so is he eligible to be included in the state's comeback cash drawing? With $1 million prize on the line, the problem solvers were flooded with emails and calls from people who got vaccinated but couldn't confirm they were in the state's database. Now the CDPHE tells us their help desk has fielded almost 27,000 emails and more than 1,500 calls and found 99% of the people they helped were in the database and are eligible for the cash. The state's website says anyone who got Pfizer, Moderna, or a Johnson & Johnson vaccine is good to go, but that left people like Jeremiah Way with some questions.
It's got that little asterisk saying this is a trial, not yet fully released for emergency use authorization.
He got the AstraZeneca vaccine back in November through a clinical trial with UC Health. The shot is not yet approved by the FDA.
I've been going there every month for blood draws to make sure that everything's there and all the levels are where they need to be.
We asked UC Health and the state for clarification. The state tells the problem solvers we have been including all active COVID vaccine codes, including AstraZeneca and Novavax. 540 AstraZeneca doses were entered into the state's immunization information system and 462 doses of Novavax, meaning people like Jeremiah should be eligible for the lottery. That patient let me know tonight that he did get an email from UC Health just this evening telling him that he can have a CDC card and also have his information included in the immunization information system. In Loveland, Rachel Skida, Fox 31.
All right, thanks to Rachel. We'll be sure to keep you updated when we learn who won the drawing and tomorrow's scholarship drawings as well. We have resources on the free Fox 31 News app right now if you need to check to see if you are registered for that drawing.
All right, with at least 70% of Denver City and County residents now getting at least one dose of the COVID vaccine, yet another COVID-19 variant rapidly spreading in the UK, prompting warnings from public health officials right here in the U.S. So the U.S. seeing more than 6% of cases involving the strain. Public health officials say that the threat of variants is even more of a reason to just get vaccinated.
When people are vaccinated, they just don't get infected hardly as much. And if they do, probably for shorter periods of time.
Meanwhile, the race is on to give 70% of American adults at least one COVID shot by July 4th. Some states falling short. They're turning now to pop-up sites to vaccinate even more people.
Other news at 10, convicted school shooter Alec McKinney back on the stand for hours today. He's testifying against the defendant, Devon Erickson, and he's trying to explain why he's told two very different stories about the shooting and what led up to it. Fox 31's Matt Morrow following the new developments for us tonight. Matt.
That's right, Jeremy. Right after the shooting, Alec McKinney made it seem like he was the mastermind, that he pressured Devon Erickson, but now he says that the two were partners on that deadly day. This is the video that some of the testimony focused on Thursday. In it, Alec McKinney is heard yelling at the defendant, Devon Erickson. After the shooting, McKinney told investigators he forced Erickson to snort the cocaine, and it's what the defense attorney, Julia Stansel, asked McKinney about.
You threatened him with a gun.
I did say that, yes.
And he was freaking out.
I did say that, yes.
But now McKinney says he lied to investigators, all part of a plan to blame the shooting on him. Here's what he told prosecutors about it.
In that first interview, did you characterize it as you making him do cocaine?
Yes, I did say that.
Why is that different from what we're talking about and hearing about here today?
Because at that time I was still going along with the plan Devon and myself had made to blame it all on me. And now that I am sober and under oath, that is not accurate.
Court is back in session tomorrow morning. The defense will take over soon. Lawyers have not said if Devon Erickson plans to testify in defense of himself. Aristea.
Yeah, interesting. All right, thanks so much, Matt. Another hot day and more on the way before a short-lived cool down. Dave's tracking exactly what you need to know. Hey, Dave.
Yeah, here it is, guys. The heat continuing across the Rocky Mountain west, including Denver, but there is cooler air off to the north and west. Now, this approaching storm system does have some rain with it, but you can see the direction. The rain is not coming with it. We're just going to get a little cool front coming in, and the leading edge of it is right there with that band of clouds off to the north and west. So right now, we just have some clouds and patches out there. Tomorrow morning, there'll be some low clouds on the eastern plains, and then that thin line indicating the kind of the cooler air swinging in our direction Problem is, it doesn't arrive until after the sunset tomorrow night, so we got a hot day ahead of us. Now, as the cold front comes closer, it's going to whip up the wind. Strongest wind is going to be to the north and west. Wind speeds will be 15 to 20 and at times maybe 25 miles per hour. And that southwesterly direction transports in the hot 90s again. So while we didn't make it today, Denver's got its hottest day tomorrow at 95 degrees. Your planner, 71 in the morning. It'll turn hot. The wind will pick up, especially late in the day. 82 is our normal high. 95 is our forecast. We'll be back with those cooler 80s, but then the heat returns again in pinpoint weather.
All right, Dave, thanks. Some disturbing new pictures tonight. Look at this. This is water pulled from the Poudre River just last week. That is water. Just one of the latest impacts of the Cameron Peak wildfire. The water nearly black from ash and debris runoff. It's causing problems for water suppliers in northern Colorado. Fox 31's Evan Krugel is on it.
This is what the water looks like here along the Poudre River outside of Fort Collins. You can see that ash and debris has turned this river dark brown. Amazingly, this is a huge improvement over what they saw 1 week ago. Take a look at this photo captured by Greeley Water and Sewer. You can see that jet black water that they pulled out of the Poudre River. They say, unfortunately, this water is so bad, it's not efficient to treat it. So they had to pass on it, let it continue down the stream, and pull drinking water from Horsetooth Reservoir.
And so when you see water like that, you can't treat that, not cost effectively anyway. So that's when we turn off the intake, we shift to the water in storage, and then when the river cleans up after a certain period of time, we'll go back to taking river water.
Water utilities are nervous this could happen all summer long. They say mitigation is necessary immediately on the burn scar to try and prevent this from happening. Evan Krugel, Fox 31.
Thanks to Evan. There, a partial building collapse in Denver leading to a big mess today. Denver Fire says this building's under construction and the residential property is being converted to offices. It's located near 5th and Galapago. Denver Fire saying thankfully nobody was hurt. The situation now being turned over to the Denver Department of Transportation and Infrastructure engineers and the Safety Department.
All right, we are learning some new information here tonight. More than a year after multiple wolves, of course, responded in Colorado. Today, look at this. Colorado Parks and Wildlife announcing a litter of wolf pups for the first time since the 40s. Fox 31's Ashley Michaels been covering this story for a long time. On it again for us tonight. Ashley.
Aristay, here's what we know. They were born somewhere in Jackson County. That's the north central part of Colorado, somewhere in this general area right now. Now, they won't give us more specific information, but we do know it's that area because the mom and dad wolves both have tracking collars on them. Now, CPW won't give us more specific details about where that den is within this very large orange area that's all of Jackson County. That's because they're worried that this news of wolf pups is going to attract wildlife tourists trying to snap photos of the cuties. I will say this is not video of the new wolf pups or their family. We're using file video right now because even wildlife officials, they haven't been able to snap their photos just yet. They're observing the litter from 2 miles away with high-powered spotting scopes and for a few brief moments at just dawn and just dusk. Now, people who live in Jackson County tell us they've seen people coming through to look for wolves before. CPW asking, please don't do that. There are steep fines, even jail time involved if you do.
They think I've got a drone, I'm not getting super close, but drones make noise, drones are a disruption, and so that would still be harassing behavior if something were to happen and those wolves were to abandon that pup.
Also want to add these new wolf pups have nothing to do with the wolf reintroduction that voters passed here in Colorado. The pack we're talking about today is here naturally. Ashley Michaels, Fox 31.
All right, Ashley, thank you. New details tonight. A deadly shooting involving officers and deputies ruled justified by the Weld County District Attorney. That shooting happened in Greeley back in April. Police say multiple agencies responded to a disturbance and found Smokey Crockett with a gun. Crockett would not respond to police officers or drop the gun. He was shot by officers and deputies on scene. The DA found deadly physical force was justified in this case.
All right, search continuing tonight for a missing 73-year-old woman. Louisville police out in force today, desperately trying to find Pauline Krug. This is so sad. Fox 31's Greg Nieto has been tracking the search for us all day, joining us live now with the very latest on the search. We're all praying. Greg.
Yeah, Arista, that we are. 24 hours later, it's not just law enforcement looking for this woman, but also people who know her. In between our live shot at 9 and now 10 o'clock, we ran into a young lady who says she knows the 73-year-old and actually started looking for her as soon as she got off of work. Again, this is a photo of a 73-year-old Pauline Krug, who was first reported missing Tuesday night. She had left for a walk from her Louisville home to her daughter's home in North Lafayette, which is about 3 miles away. Now, she does suffer from a cognitive disorder. Authorities do continue their search, as does one young lady who knows Pauline Krug from the local rec center. Again, at this point, authorities do not suspect foul play because of her condition. I did check in with the Alzheimer's Association of Colorado. They simply say if for whatever reason you were able to spot Miss Krug, you should not approach her, but yet, or I should say you should instead call 911. They say the reason is at this point, she simply could be looking for something that looks familiar and might be afraid or scared of strangers. We'll keep you updated. In Louisville, Greg Ganthel, Fox 31.
All right. Thanks so much, Greg. New tonight here at 10. Infrastructure remains the focal point of President Biden's domestic agenda. Despite negotiations here with Republican Senator stalling, he's not giving up, heading back here to the bargaining table with a group of bipartisan senators in an effort to get his $1 billion+ plan passed. Roughly $700 billion separates Republicans and Democrats on that proposal. With the GOP focused on roads, bridges, ports, and broadband, Democrats do agree, but they would also like to add investments in schools, childcare, and what they call human infrastructure. Senator Bill Cassidy of Louisiana says he's open to adding an energy component to help seal the deal.
That's good for our country. It's good for our economy, and it's good for lowering carbon intensity. So I think including that, it would be something that the president will find good and hopefully can move the negotiations forward.
So Democrats say if a deal is not reached, then they're going to push ahead with a non-bipartisan deal. But keep in mind, they'll need all 50 senators on board in order to achieve that.
New tonight at 10, lawmakers on Capitol Hill want to improve conditions for college athletes around the country, saying those athletes deserve consistent protections and rights. Connecticut Senator Richard Blumenthal and other members of the Senate Commerce Committee leading the charge. Blumenthal's own state has passed a name, image, and likeness, or NIL law for athletes, but he says all players deserve protection no matter where they're located.
They want more than just to be shown the money. They want more than just NIL. They want a strong, enforceable standard.
Some lawmakers and experts believe a single federal NIL model is better than a patchwork of laws in individual states. The NCAA president also wants Congress to develop a national standard as soon as possible, which also supports Title IX protections and non-employment status of student athletes.
A group of high school students coming together here for dual purposes to help those struggling with coronavirus and also raise some money for a good cause. How they're doing it ahead.
First, though, strict monitoring could be put in place during the 2020 Olympics to help COVID tracing, but athletes aren't the only ones being considered for GPS tracking systems.
10-point weather, hour by hour forecast, sponsored by McDonald Hardwoods. We take the hard out of hardwood flooring.
That's your roommate?
Yeah.
With American Financing, you can get a mortgage on your mobile device fast.
And there's no big down payment. Ready to go?
Yep.
Start planning for your future today with American Financing.
Right now, she's not thinking about her future. But we are. Colorado's oil and natural gas industry works to provide clean energy today as we help build sustainable, reliable energy for her tomorrow. It's not the easiest balancing act, but this is the only way to get from where we are to where we all hope to go.
This is the one. Let's sell.
Gotcha. Home selling with OfferPad is as easy as...
Welcome to OfferPad. How can we help?
We want to sell our home to buy this one.
Cool. Sell to buy. Yep. Sell Express. Cash offer in 24 hours and a free move. We let you choose your closing date. We're ready. Close in 14 days. Okay, we're moving fast. Let's do this. Go team.
Any way you want to sell, you're sold with OfferPad. Start your free sales request at OfferPad.com today.
John putting up a lot of zeros. Over and out of here. A lot of dancing, clapping going on. Listen to the crowd. We're ready to cheer on a Rockies victory.
Well, Las Vegas is back to town, hopefully not the hockey team. Live shows returning to the Strip for the first time since the pandemic.
Cirque du Soleil going to start live, unrestricted performances starting on July 1st. Carrot Top became one of the first headliners in Las Vegas to have an unrestricted show in Las Vegas on the Strip. But it's not just big performances, also individual shows. Brad Paisley, Katy Perry. Bookings are at 2019 levels. Get this, all the way through mid-2023.
People eager to see entertainment, even if it's Carrot Top. Athletes competing in the Tokyo Olympics may be monitored by a GPS system, according to the CEO of the Tokyo Organizing Committee at a press conference. The system would not track athletes in real time. Instead, athletes would be tracked retroactively in case any issues of COVID-19 arise. In addition, international media members could also be considered for the monitoring system. This comes as Tokyo remains under a state of emergency due to a spike in COVID-19 cases.
A growing list of U.S. lawmakers boycotting plans for the 2022 Olympics to be held in Beijing, introducing a resolution urging the International Olympic Committee to put pressure on the Chinese government regarding ongoing crimes against the Uyghur community. In addition to the United States, legislators in 9 other nations, including the UK, Germany, and Italy, all taking similar action. Coming together, a group of high schoolers created a comfort food cookbook for people hit hard by the coronavirus.
Yeah, they say they wanted to help spread some joy and hope through the tough times while helping those who need it most. Stacey Ann Gooden explains.
Digital cookbook with a twist. From mouth-watering savory dishes to baked goods that are sure to satisfy your sweet tooth.
We have peanut butter and jelly bread, but it's peanut butter and jelly inside bread. I never thought of it.
That's right. There are many options to tantalize your taste buds in the Martin Van Buren High School's new comfort food cookbook.
It was super fun coming up with different designs, styles, and trying out different colors. But I ended up keeping it super simple, but it looked good.
The Queens High School teamed up with the Alumni Alliance for the second time to include over 220 recipes from 72 countries, representing the diverse student body and their community.
19 different languages are spoken in the building, and we have, so many diverse cultures represented.
Some cultures, people are restricted from eating certain foods. So I believe that having this variety of options allows people to have whichever food they want to.
They made more than $100,000 from last year's digital cookbook, which went towards starting a food pantry. This year's goal?
$20,000 that'll help keep the shelves of our food pantry stocked.
The Give Hope to Help initiative is certainly a collaborative effort. They also have contributors from across the globe, all in an effort to provide comfort to students and families hit hard by the pandemic and creating a solution for students who were forced to make a tough decision. Find a downloadable link on the high school's website and donate. Proceeds from the cookbook will go to helping families find comfort in their time of need.
We just went around the world in music, too.
Yeah, we did.
A little Italy, smooth jazz.
I got to say, comfort food's been a bit of a problem for me the last year. I don't need a book.
Don't really need a cookbook for that. So.
No, but it's a nice cause.
Some of it looked good. I like the pastas. I like the mac and cheese. But, throw a pizza in there or something.
Yeah, pizza.
Pizza. All right, let's get to work with Pinpoint Weather. I hate doing food stories at this time.
I know, we're all hungry.
I know. Getting close to snack time, folks. And snack time, it can include a pizza. All right, just a little bit of cloud cover coming in over the west out there. Little band of clouds up and down I-25, as you can see right in here. But that's it. Let's get you out the door tomorrow. Hottest day in the forecast. We've been telling you this since the weekend is tomorrow as we get back into the 90s. We didn't reach it today at 89 for the high. Outside right now on the Backus and Schenker Skycam network, we're at 75 degrees, southeast wind, low humidity. It's actually been a pleasant but warm evening. Still in the 70s in Castle Rock, 73 in Boulder, 58, that's nice cool air up there in Estes Park, and 59 in Georgetown. So for the rest of tonight, some clouds over the mountains and off to the west. And then watch going into tomorrow morning, patchy clouds, some of it being low clouds early, and it will come back towards the Front Range. Then we will burn most of that off as we go to the lunch hour, and then watch what happens as we go from 2 to 4 o'clock. This is a cold front that's coming our way, but notice it really doesn't pass us by till after sunset tomorrow night. So the impact of the cold front and the cooler air, and it's just a drop down to seasonal, it's not really a cold front, won't show up until we get to Friday. Now tomorrow, As it passes, I can't rule out 1 or 2 little showers of thunderstorms here in northeast Colorado, but the chance is very low. The one thing I think you're going to notice tomorrow is not only the clouds passing us over late in the day that you just saw in Futurecast, but the wind is going to pick up. It's going to be out of a southwesterly direction with speeds up to 15 to maybe 20 or 25 miles per hour. Not unlike what we had on Tuesday when you were out and about. You could feel that hot wind coming into play. So the statewide view, watch the low clouds come onto the eastern plains. Again, we'll burn most of that off. We'll go with mostly sunny skies through the afternoon until this little band of clouds you saw right there kind of cuts across us from west to east. Low temperatures tonight, 50s and 60s. 61 in Denver is 10 degrees higher than our overnight low, but you do have some 40s through the Colorado mountains. And then highs tomorrow, we're into the 80s in the mountains, 90s out west, but the hottest temperatures will be the mid and upper 90s coming here. 95 Denver, 96 Fort Collins, 99 in Greeley. We'll have triple-digit heat possible there in southeast Colorado. Remember, we should be at about 81 at this time of the year, actually 82 by tomorrow. 96 in Inglewood, Wheat Ridge, Arvada, 97 Commerce City, and our forecast high at the airport, a hot 95 degrees. By the way, the record tomorrow is 99. I don't think we get there, but you can see how quickly we race into the 90s, get ready for a very hot afternoon. Then back down to that seasonal 82, thanks to the cold front coming in late tomorrow night. But the return to normal does not last as we go right back to 90 and 91 for the weekend. And then Monday, you've got an isolated chance for a shower thunderstorm. We could certainly use some higher rain chances and certainly more than just one day in the next week. But the 90s hang on as we stay hot and dry.
Yeah, 95 tomorrow. My goodness me. All right. Thanks so much, Dave. Ahead in sports, another tough night for Colorado sports fans.
Yeah, it's been a rough week. Last night it was the Avs. Tonight,